Well, the bandwagon has started. The bandwagon has started on its journey. People are really trying to turn Tekken 8 into the next Assassin's Creed Shadows because by the looks of it, everyone has something to say about Tekken 8 now. Out of the blue, now everyone is hating on the game. For a long time, I was very critical of Tekken 8 and I have voiced my disappointment and frustration with how bad the game is. But every time I have tried to speak on Tekken 8 or Tekken, I was attacked by all these Tekken defenders. I remember not too long ago when so many people were defending Tekken 8 and now all of a sudden everyone wants to say Tekken 8 is bad. I noticed the cracks in Tekken 8 very early, and believe you me, I am a very long time player of Tekken. I have many years and countless hours in Tekken, but for some reason my opinion has always been thrown away. Well, I am making a claim now, after having been quiet about Tekken 8 for too long, out of fear of getting backlash and also a lack of energy, to be honest. I am saying that Tekken 8 sucks, and it has sucked for a long time. Just because something is new doesn't make it better. The one thing that the game is supposed to do well is something that it struggles with. The first person to call Tekken 8 out was actually a pro Tekken player, who is seen as one of the best players in the world. So the pro Tekken player called Ni was the first person of note to call the game out, and it basically went viral online. Looking back now, I really wish I had made a video on it, but I thought that it wouldn't do well, so I never made a video about it. So this whole thing started with the latest update of Tekken 8. Season 2 has really seemed to be Tekken 8's lowest point, and you want to know the truth, Tekken 8 feels exactly the same as when I first played it. I played the demo of Tekken 8 and I bought the game a month after it came out, and I must admit that I was impressed by how they made the game look good. Tekken has always had a rather bare bones approach into how they made their games look, but with Tekken 8 it looks really good. The only thing that doesn't look the best is some of their character designs. They made some of their legacy characters look rather weird, but other than that, I think the game looks great. The only other places that the game fails is when it comes to gameplay and level design. As far as the fundamentals of Tekken go, Tekken 8 has to be the weakest in the franchise. Tekken used to have its own identity and a specific way it used to do things. That is one of the things I miss about old Tekken games, that even though it was a new game, the changes were minimal, and that if you played the previous game, you would adjust pretty fast to how the game is. I miss how Tekken used to be like playing chess. I honestly feel that Tekken was one of the best fighting games ever. I like the fact that they nailed the whole 3D gameplay. I miss how they perfected their fundamentals, and this is why I like Tekken 7 so much. Even though Tekken 7 took away a lot from Tekken 6, it still felt like a good honest game to play. Tekken 7 still gave you a chance to be defensive because I'm a very defensive fighter. I have my own unique fighting style that relies on defense and movement more than being aggressive, and unfortunately Tekken 7 and Tekken 8 use less of that. The Tekken 7 movement was good enough, but I noticed that the tracking was a lot more than Tekken 6. And then you get Tekken 8 where you can't really block everything and you can't dodge everything. I got to Tekken 8 and realized that I couldn't dodge a lot of moves. Even though I could sidestep, I was getting hit by a lot of moves that shouldn't land if I was in a sidestep or ducking. The skill-based Tekken is gone, and it's no longer about who is the better player, but it's now about who can do the most moves. In Tekken 8, everything goes so fast. You lose health so quickly, and the rounds go by so fast. The fighters in the game do so much more damage, and it is really unnecessary for them to do this much damage. In Tekken, it was never about balance. It was about how you would use the character you choose. In the world of fighting, there is no such thing as balance, but it's about how you use your skills, strengths, and weaknesses to win fights. Things have shifted though, and unfortunately, other games have affected Tekken's identity, and now it's like Tekken is trying to be more like other fighting games. In this case, I would say more like Street Fighter. I've never been very technical about Tekken, I just played the games because they're fun. I don't know what all the moves are called and what all the terms are that people use to describe the game. That is one problem I feel that Tekken 8 has, is there are too many casual gamers in Tekken 8. Fighting games are usually very niche, and people who play fighting games are a specific type of person. If they play fighting games, then they play multiple different fighting games. For me personally, I liked Tekken because of the freedom it gave me. I've tried Mortal Kombat and I've tried Street Fighter, but those games never appealed to me like Tekken did. I find it very funny that people who said I should get better at a game are the same people who are complaining about how hard it is now. This is a clear indication that many people in the fighting game space have no integrity. I often play Tekken 8 with one eyebrow raised because I know how the game is supposed to function. It looks really bad that one day you like the game and now the next day everyone hates the game. This is why, just like Assassin's Creed Shadows, I feel that a lot of the hate is manufactured. People coming out of the woodwork to hate on the game. People are looking under rocks to find anything to complain about. I see people using this slogan now where they say Tekken doesn't feel like Tekken anymore. Well, newsflash, Tekken hasn't been the same since Tekken 4, and after doing a bit of research, it appears that Tekken was a PlayStation exclusive for most of the franchise's career. Of course it was an arcade game and it would be in arcades, but as far as consoles go, the only time that Tekken would hit Xbox was with Tekken 6, and the first time it would hit PC is with Tekken 7. So Tekken 8 had to cater for so many new gamers who all came from different video games. I didn't have a PS1, but I had a PS2. And a good amount of the Tekken games were made on PS2. One could say that that was where the franchise blew up. But if you didn't play it in the arcade, then most likely you played it on your PS2 or a friend's PS2. People need to understand that Tekken is no longer your Tekken anymore. With them trying to appeal to everyone, they have ignored their core fan base that has supported them for almost 3 decades. And this new Tekken clearly just wants to make money. This is why you have so many new Tekken players who are the I wish the game was more like Street Fighter type of people, or the I wish the game was more like Mortal Kombat type of people. This is why your Tekken feels less like the Tekken you know. The sad part is that Tekken has a very dedicated fan base. Even with me, I think I've played almost every Tekken game there is. Maybe I missed 1 or 2, but the rest I played. I own 4 Tekken games in total. I have Tekken 6 and Tekken Tag Tournament 2 on PS3, and then I have Tekken 7 and Tekken 8 on PC. So no one can say I don't know what I'm talking about. For the record, I know I will never be the best at Tekken. That for sure is a no-brainer. But I have a lot of personal stake in this franchise because it has been with me for as long as I've been playing video games. This situation with Tekken 8 keeps updating, getting more and more attention. I took a break from the script to go spend some time with friends to celebrate my birthday a few days ago, and now I've come back to so many new things. It seems that most of the drama with this game has left the Tekken 8 game and has now moved over to the community, with many content creators and Tekken pros having a rather big argument over the game, with accusations being thrown left and right and even death threats having said to be sent. I can't really go into detail about this because my main focus is the game. The situation has got to the point of where now people are attacking the Tekken 8 devs online, and it's got to a very messy point right now. I would say that to a certain extent, a lot of the outrage is justified, but the personal attacks on people involved in Tekken 8 needs to stop. Keep all your outrage to the game, because that is the only thing that your problem is with. If the Season 2 update really makes you that mad, maybe you should take a break, or stop playing the game entirely until you can calm down, so that the game can at least get fixed. Season 2 won't get me to stop playing Tekken 8. I bought this game because I like Tekken. Even though Tekken 8 is a huge mess, it's a mess that I will have to live with. I'm not the biggest fan of the gameplay. The art style is rather questionable sometimes, and the forced aggression in the game really is bad. There is even a thing going around of where someone made a mod that removes the heat system in Tekken 8, and the game looks so much more playable without it. Tekken lost its core a while ago, and it used to be a skill-based game. Now it's not that anymore. If you're playing Tekken 8 for nostalgia, then you're playing the wrong game. And that was never my reason for playing it. But at this point, it's different strokes for different folks. And with that, this is the Chilly Man signing off. Thank everyone for watching. Peace out.